Guys, I haven't done a video in a while, so I thought I'd do a video on this drone I'm going to be flying today. What I have here is a DJI Mini 2 I got for my birthday a couple of months ago. Pretty cool. This thing is loaded with features. For a drone that basically is no bigger than the palm of my hand, and of course, it does fold up. So it gets even smaller, go in a go bag or whatever else. We'll talk about some of the tactical advantages for us gun guys on having something like this in a go bag. So it says it's a range of 6 miles on the transmission for the Oculus 2, but I've flown it way out there about 14,300 feet and brought it back. And I was able to do that on one battery. So that's 2.8 miles. So it's pretty impressive for something this small with a 4K camera on it. So let's get it up in the air and let's talk about some of these features. All right, let's get it flying. All right, guys, so I've got it all set up. Let's get this thing going.
Takeoff.
All right, let's take off. All right, so
The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
once it takes off, it'll take off and hover only a few feet off the ground until I get it up higher. So once you let go of the sticks, it'll automatically pretty much stay where it's at, right? Yeah, let's get it up there. So in the middle to the left bottom corner, you can see H for height. You can see that I'm climbing right now, 140, 150, 160. I'm going to keep going up. I'm going to get it up to about 400 feet. All right, so well, a little over 400 feet. Like I said, it'll go higher. Right now, let's see here. Let's see. So you got controls. Right now I got max altitude set at max 1,640 feet, and it'll go that high. Distance, no limit, which the Oculus 2, like I said, 6 mile range. Battery flight time, about 3 miles. You might be able to get out of it. So return to home attitude, if you notice there, toggle that. Because of my trees around here, I usually do right around, I'll do 130 feet for return home. So when it comes back, it's not flying through trees. It'll fly above the trees. So go. All right. So now that we're up here, let's take a look around. Yeah, there's the house. You know what? I don't like that grid. I just like the little square. Let's do that. Pretty impressive. So 1080p, 60 frames. Let's see here. Zoom in down on my house. So that's pretty good to zoom down on a target from that high away. And you know, let's see here. So if I go to 4K mode, the zoom down on it, that's it. That's all I can get in zoom 4K. So I like keeping it in the 1080p, do 60 frames a minute. All right, so let's take a look around where I live. Yeah, I live out in the boonies, guys. It's the main highway behind my house. It's my neighborhood. It's beautiful. Let's fly around a little bit on my property here. So I've got a dry creek bed, or a seasonal creek. Runs partially through my property. You can see it right there. And that flows water from up around here. Goes all the way out. There's a creek right there. So right now it shows I'm 960 feet away from my house, 420 feet up. Let's see how fast I can get this thing going in sport mode. I don't know what the wind is like up there right now. It will give you wind advisory warning, so this thing can handle 8.5 to 10.5 meters per second wind. So right now I'm only getting like 25 miles an hour. It's kind of slow what I normally get. There you go, strong wind warning. See, popped up. So there is some wind up there. It's probably why I'm only getting 25 miles an hour instead of the 35, 36. Going over to it. The police gun range is out here. I hear them shooting every once in a while, so I'll take the drone and take a peek and see what they're doing over there. I don't think there's anybody out there today, but let's go see. Let's get out here to the main road. This is all dirt roads through my neighborhood. Get to see how us peons live, right? So right now I'm 3,000 feet away from my house, or 3,000 feet away from my controller, I should say. So out here, got big open field, at the main road. I'll just stick to the main road. All right, so there's where the police shoot. I don't know if it's, I know the sheriff's department shoots out there, so let's zoom in on where they shoot. Oh, too fast. That's why I'm going to go into normal mode. So when I'm zoomed in, if I'm on normal mode, it won't turn so quickly, so it won't be so jerky. In cinematic mode, of course, you can get better shots. See how much slower it is. So when you're zoomed in, that's their little shooting range right there. Pretty cool. Whenever I hear them shooting, I can't help myself but to pop off a few rounds on my own property. So if I can hear them, they can hear me. Not being a dick to them or anything. I like these sheriff's department guys out here. They're good people. But yeah, so let's fly back over towards my house. So down in the bottom right corner, you know that there's a Google map. Let's bring that up. So what I like doing is I like choosing a mixed. So it'll actually give me what looks to be a real screen of the terrain. So it's almost like looking through the camera, but it also gives you your road features. So low light conditions, if you want to fly this drone stealth or at night, which you ain't going to see shit at night because the camera's not night vision, but you can fly by the roads. So the GPS is pretty accurate for that. So, you know, you can actually set a waypoint and fly the drone to that waypoint and do it all stealthy-like and shit. So, again, tactical advantage, right? You can also view the terrain. Let's go back to regular screen mode here. Get it back to my house. It eats up the battery because I've been getting some high wind warnings. But, you know, again, it's nothing too big. Oh, there we go. There's my house. Way over there. Got it zoomed in right now. So you can actually zoom in before you ever get there. Pretty cool features. Like I said, this thing's packed with a lot of features. GPS, the return to home, all that good shit. Where it lands, the whole ball of wax. So, really cool. Again, I got 30 acres out here, so, you know, I like flying my property and taking a gander or putting it in the bag when I go to the lake and getting some shots of the lake. Again, 4K camera view. Just concentrate on my house right now. Let's take it up higher. If I were to look out my porch right now, I wouldn't be able to see this drone, or I would barely be able to see it. But again, the zoom down feature on something like this, you can't hear it. You wouldn't be able to see it because of how small it is, but here I am able to zoom down on a target. Now there's another cool feature on this drone. Let me show you. So it has what they call quick shots. So there's a bunch of different fly modes where it'll zoom in and fly backwards, rocket up, the circle mode or the spiral mode. The circle mode, let's see here. If I do circle mode, choose that. I'm going to bring it down in elevation here. Let's get back down to about 400 feet. All right. So I'm going to say touch, or how do I do that? Okay. There we go. So now I'm going to start.
3, 2, 1.
And what it's going to do, it locks onto my front yard. And now it's going to do a circular or orbit around the target. Now, while it's doing that, I can still control certain features. I can interrupt it, stop it, do whatever. But I'll look down. Let's zoom down. Oh, it's not going to let me zoom. That's weird. Yeah, it's going to do its own thing. Let's look at the GPS so you can see. Oh, no. Let's zoom in. So essentially what it's doing, as you can see, it's just basically making a circle around the target. So it's target lock, just orbiting around. It can lose because, as you notice, the little cursor was on the front yard, so it actually moved a little bit, probably because I was fucking with the controllers. But let's go ahead and exit that. We'll stop that. Go back to video mode. And now I can record video. And again, it's, here we go. Low battery alarm. That wind really chewed it up. So, you know what? I'm gonna, let's fly it over here. Let's hit return to home, which is above the maps, little A. Return to home. I can either land where it's at or return to home. I'm gonna do return to home.
Go home.
I'm not touching the sticks. It's doing everything by itself. Now, if I want to, I can increase my altitude. I can look right. I can look left, right? But it's still on a course to automatically fly back where I took off from. I have a Find My Drone feature on it. So if you do run out of battery and it does crash or you crash it, the Google Maps has a little function on it for Find My Drone. And like I said, it'll bring you right to wherever your drone was. I know this because I've crashed it about a mile away from my house in the middle of the woods. And was able to find it at night.
Fucking 7:30 at night. Out here in the middle of the fucking woods. This is nowhere near the house. It's good. What is this? 14,000 feet away from the house. Hike in the middle of the night. Can't see fucking shit out here. But it's a pretty nice drone.
So.
Critically low battery.
I'm just going to go ahead and let it land itself. So I took off from the big rock right there at the end of my little walkway across my yard. And it looks like it's going to be within a few feet of that. So that's pretty darn good. Let's see here. I'll guide it over a little bit more. There we go. And it sat down. All right, guys. that's this little drone that I've got. Pretty cool. I'm going to do some more videos on it. I'm going to get it down to the lake down here because I only live about 2-3 miles from the lake, Pigeon Creek, Norfolk Lake, and do some flying around there and stuff and post some more videos. So, all right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. I appreciate it.